Hey Chris, this is Jeremy. First off, I want to apologize. The audio is probably not the best quality. Turns out I'm going to have to go out and buy a new microphone. To let you know who I am, I'm an illustrator. I've been working at it pretty hard for a few years now. I'm completely self-taught. I never felt comfortable with that term really, because I still had to read books, talk to a lot of professionals, get advice, meet lots of different artists, discuss things. You can't really get anywhere without any of that. And so I've done that, but I haven't taken any classes. I did take one class once in oil painting. There's probably going to be a lot of cuts because a lot of this footage is going to suck because I'm kind of nervous and freaking out a little bit about audio quality. So, really excited about your new course. I've been reading and listening to your newsletter information and watching your videos, and really excited. I've seen pretty much everything on Paper Wings. I really like to participate with different online activities. Amongst other things, I've associated with the ninjas at Ninja Mountain. As in, by associate I mean bother them and talk to them and try and get advice from them a lot, have them critique my work. So I've done a lot of different genre work. Worked in comics, although not really any superhero stuff, more like science fiction, horror. And I've done some science fiction, horror illustrations, paintings. About a year ago I did a successful Kickstarter project about zombie robots. It helped fund me being able to just spend time in the studio working on painting a series of paintings. That went off pretty well. Done a little bit of self-publishing, just really working hard at it. I do a lot of conventions, so I do my best to try and participate in different illustration, art communities, comics. As you can tell from the doing conventions and hanging around places like Work in Progress, Ninja Mountain. Do a lot of stuff on Facebook. As far as my goals, I want to get heavier into doing gaming, RPG art, books for illustrations. I have ideas about working with certain companies that I think really care about the aesthetics and are renowned for putting out good production in their art and illustration. Wizards of the Coast, Fantasy Flight. As far as goals, big thing with me is I want to start getting work with companies that are renowned in gaming and publishing for their production values and their high quality illustration. I'm really looking forward to one day working with Fantasy Flight, Wizards of the Coast, Templar Publishing, and I also want to further my own work that I do for myself. I've got a few comics that I'm going to need to get funded to get out, that I personally just want to create myself, maybe even self-distribute. Although I think I've grown a lot as an artist in the last few years, I think I really could use some more direct help, some more involvement that a course situation would bring me to really help with a lot of the weaknesses I have in storytelling. Things like composition, character design, things that I haven't really worked on that well yet on my own. I think this course is really going to help me out with. I also feel like I'm going to get a lot socially, being that I live in a pretty remote region of California. It's an hour drive to a major city. I don't really get to socialize with artists very often, except for online. And I think this course having a set set group of people that I can always go to is going to be great, and I'm really looking forward to the idea of engaging with other artists on a regular basis. If you look me up on the internet, you'd probably find that I've really tried to put myself out there, engage the world, so to speak. I really like to promote what I do and who I am and where I'm going with work. I think if I'm going to build I think as far as bringing something to the class, I've spent a lot of time socializing with artists, with different people in different fields. I think that's something I can really help people out with. Starting my own successful Kickstarter project. I know that's not necessarily directly related to the course, but it's certainly directly related to illustration as a career. As far as the course directly and learning, well, I've got a lot of time doing critiques, working with friends. Back when I used to live in a less remote region, I met up with people very often, where we would just have regular, bi-weekly sessions of just analyzing each other's work. I think that's something everybody gets a lot out of, and I'm kind of used to looking for not just things that might not work for me in a piece, but looking for things that I like and reasons why I like them. So I think I imagine in the course there's going to be a lot of that, and I think that's something I'm pretty accustomed to doing. To give you my pitch idea, I've really been debating a lot about this one. I think there's just so many good ideas out there that I really want to give you the best thing I can come up with. So one idea that I'm really fond of is Greek epic, doing the story of Theseus, but in sort of a steampunk setting with dirigibles for ships and having strange biomechanical monsters. I think that would be a really fun idea to explore. So, one issue that I've been really thinking a lot about is, one thing I've really been thinking a lot about for this application is I really would like to be considered for this scholarship. I know you've already, I'm sure, got some great people lined up that you're really thinking about, and I'd really like to be added to that list of people. I think I can bring a whole lot to the course. I'm really going to do everything that I can, give it 100%. I'm going to give the course everything I can. I'd be happy to take the course either way, and although I just don't see how I can afford to take the class without the scholarship, in that I just don't see how I'd be able to afford the class without the scholarship. I'd be happy to just be accepted, and if I did, yeah. comes to the scholarship, I'd really like to be considered for the scholarship. I realize you've already got a list of people that are already great submissions, and I'd like to be considered among that list. I feel that if I do get the scholarship, it'd be pretty much my duty to be the best and most helpful student in the course. I think that's something I can do, or at least I'll endeavor to do the best I can do. And you certainly won't see any lack of commitment on my part either way. Although I'm not entirely sure I can take the course without the scholarship, I would still be happy to be accepted. One of the reasons why I really want to be involved in this first course offering is I want to be there at the beginning. I think that this is something really great that you're building, and I really want to get involved now so that I can be there and see the whole process. I want to do this course. I'm almost sure that I'd want to do Painting Drama 2, and I'd really love to see what other offerings you're going to have out there for me. Really exciting, and I think this is going to be a great community you're going to build. Well, thanks for taking the time to watch the video. I think that's pretty great that you're sitting down and watching all of these. I have no idea how many videos you've got submitted to you, but it sounds like a crazy amount. And thanks for your consideration, Chris.